The Moon Lord. He's the big bad boss at the end of Terraria 1.3, and if you thought that the Destroyer had a lot of hit points, well, this guy, he takes the cake and then some. So today, I'm going to give a helping hand on how to defeat the Moon Lord. Keep in mind, there's various different ways of doing this. I may cover two, so there may be a part 2 to this video, but for the most part, this is how I defeat the Moon Lord, so maybe this will work for you. First and foremost, as always, I would recommend getting the potions Iron Skin, Endurance, Regeneration, and Life Force, as they'll give you the most optimal chance to survive this encounter. Also, you may want to reforge your accessories for warding to get the maximum amount of defense for it, because you're going to need it. Again, think of this battle as the Destroyer. You're going to need to out-endure the Moon Lord in order to win, especially if this is your first time fighting him. Since maneuverability is a thing, also it's highly recommended to pick up the UFO car from the Martian Madness event. While wings are very helpful, the UFO mount will make maneuvering much easier and may make your life a little bit better during this fight. Another final tip, you may want to make a little building and have the nurse in there with a bed. That's right, this building is going to be your spawn point, so you can go ahead and heal. Now on to the fight itself. The Moon Lord's got 2 phases, it's very basic. For the first part, you're going to have to take out his eyes. He has an eye on his head and both hands. Generally, the good idea is to go ahead and level it out every time you damage these eyes. You want to destroy them all around the similar time to make this fight easier. While you can take them out one at a time, having those extra Eye of Cthulhu's floating around is going to be very annoying. So if you can take out them eyes around the same time, that would be good. Try to balance out the damage between each eye. Though getting that third eye on the head is going to be a little bit harder because quite frankly he doesn't use it a lot. Again, this is where maneuverability is going to be very key, so you have to have the UFO mount to make this much easier, else you're going to be finding yourself struggling a good portion of it trying to get away from the lasers. The Phantasm lasers do a heavy amount of damage, you want to try to avoid them. The projectiles the eyes shoot are very annoying as well, but they are survivable. Having the Charm of Myths in your accessories may be helpful. If not, this is where you can use your mirror to teleport back to the nurse and get a quick heal. It's highly recommended while your potions are on cooldown, so that way you don't die. Also for your building, make sure you have a platform roof or something you can very easily get away from. You don't want to be trapped in the house with the Moon Lord and get wrecked. Continue to dish out damage to the eyes in an equal manner, and once you have all 3 eyes down, you'll have to contend with the chest cavity. While the eyes are down and floating around, also keep an eye out where they were. Again, there's going to be teeth there that can do damage to you as well, so again, there's going to be no lack of maneuverability during this battle. It's really going to be a test on how you move. The eyes on both hands have roughly 25,000 hit points, while the eye on the Moon Lord's head has roughly 45. So again, that's probably going to be where most of your damage goes. Once those eyes are down, the chest cavity opens up and it has 50,000 hit points. This is where things get a bit hectic, and you have to be very careful and mindful of damage. The biggest thing to avoid in this fight is the phantasmal death rays that are shot. Again, these things are the ones you must avoid, and they're actually possible by going behind buildings and ledges. They will actually protect you from the phantasmal death rays, so if you like to build a little platform somewhere and stick around it, that may work for you. Just be very mindful where those rays are. The phantasmal bolts, spheres, and eyes are a little bit tricky, but they can be dodged using the UFO mount, so you want to keep an eye out for those. If you can, that's great. If not, don't be afraid to teleport back to the nurse and get healed. That's why she's there. Don't be afraid if you can't defeat the Moon Lord on the first try. It will take some time, but you can get it. The hardest is always the first time trying to beat him, but after you do so, the weapons and items that are dropped are well worth it and will help you in the next battle against him, making it much easier in the process. If you're a summoner, I recommend getting the Stardust Dragon Staff and summoning the max amount of pieces you can. That's the best way to damage the Moon Lord. Chances are, whatever armor you use to defeat the lunatic cultist is what'll work against the Moon Lord for the most part. But remember, this is an endurance fight, so while you can try to out DPS it, chances are you'll have much better luck trying to take it for endurance and out surviving. Next time around, I'll show you how to make a box and actually defeat the Moon Lord that way. It's not hard and actually quite simple and makes the task much more easier for some. Anyway, if you found this video informative, please be sure to rate it. New viewers, subscribe for more Terraria Top 5s, Terraria Helping Hands, and many more Terraria videos to come, as well as other games and titles in the future. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please feel free to put them down below in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you as always. Have yourselves a wonderful day, and if not, then just simply fake it. The day is almost over, and I will see you again next time.